Let us solve exercise 5.2 with its examples. So the first example that we have is represent this complex number in the polar form. So to represent a number into polar form, let us say this is the number x plus iota y. To represent it in polar form, I require two things. One is r, which is the magnitude of the complex number. Another is theta, which is argument of this complex number, right? And we said that magnitude is nothing but x squared plus y squared square root. So for this particular question, it will be equal to x coordinate squared plus y coordinate squared, or real part of z squared plus imaginary part of z squared, then square root. So it will be equal to 1 plus 3 square root, and it will be equal to 2, right? We only consider the positive value for this magnitude. Now talking about argument, how did we find the argument? We first of all think in our mind, for example in this question both the coordinates x and y are positive, so it will be something like this in first quadrant 1 comma root 3. So we know if I consider this phi, tan phi will be equal to, this is root 3, this is 1, right? So tan phi will be equal to root 3 upon 1, that is phi will be equal to pi by 3. Now if phi equal to pi by 3, then what will be the argument of this complex number z? Because it is in first quadrant this point, then we can say the argument will be equal to phi, that is pi by 3. Now I know the magnitude, I know the argument, so can I write it in polar form? Yes. What is the polar form? It is r cos theta plus iota sine theta, where r is the magnitude of the complex number, theta is the argument of the complex number, and we take principal values of the argument while writing the true polar form. So what is the magnitude? It is 2, so the answer is 2 cos theta, that is cos pi by 3, plus iota sine theta, that is sine pi by 3, right? This is one of the ways of thinking about it. Another way can be, and this is what we have learned while learning the polar form, another way can be that you consider this x to be r cos theta, so it is equal to 1, y equal to r sine theta, which is root 3 in this case. Then you square these and add, so it will give you r square sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to root 3 square is 3, 1 square is 1, so 4 here, this is 1. So r is equal to plus minus 2, out of which you will select 2, because we take r to be positive. So if r is 2, then you put r equal to 2 here and find value of cos theta as 1 by 2, and sine theta will be root 3 by 2. Hence you can say theta will be pi by 3 and r is 2, so you can place those values here in this form. Okay, I prefer this way, that r can be calculated directly by squaring these and adding, and theta can be obtained by finding tan phi first, then we, according to the quadrant, we find theta, because if it is in first quadrant I'll say theta equal to phi, if it is in second quadrant I'll say theta is equal to pi minus phi, if it is in third quadrant I'll say minus pi plus phi, and if it is in fourth quadrant I'll say theta will be equal to minus phi. What is phi? Phi is the reference angle, or the smallest angle made with the x-axis. I'm not saying positive direction or negative direction, just the x-axis. I'll show you in upcoming questions what I'm trying to say, or if you have listened to my theory lecture before this lecture, then you will understand what I'm saying. Now to write this complex number into polar form, let us first of all write this complex number like this. I'll multiply and divide it with 1 minus iota root 3, 1 minus iota root 3, because I am trying to bring it into a plus iota b form, then I'll write it into polar form. Okay, so What is the numerator? Minus 16 plus iota 16 root 3. And what is the denominator? Denominator is 1 squared plus root 3 squared. So 1 plus 3. Okay. So if you see the denominator is 4 and in the numerator you can take 4 outside, right? 4 can be taken common. So let me cancel that 4. Minus 4 plus 4 root 3 iota. This is the complex number I have. This is exactly this complex number just written in a plus iota b form. So let me find value of phi first. What will be phi? Phi will be given by, how do I find phi and what is phi? For example, in this, if you see x coordinate is negative and y coordinate is positive, so it will be in second quadrant, right? The angle that I am trying to find, phi, is this angle. So if you notice, this coordinate of this point will be minus 4 root 3, and this length here is 4 root 3 and this length here is 4, right? Ignoring the signs, so I can say tan phi is equal to 4 root 3 by 4, hence phi is equal to pi by 3, right? This is the phi I am talking about. Now it is in second quadrant. How do I know that? Because x coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive, so it is second quadrant. So if it is second quadrant, I will take argument of this complex number, or theta that I have been saying, equal to pi minus phi, which in this case will be pi minus pi by 3, right? So this is how I'll find the principal value of the argument. Okay. So I will not make this Cartesian coordinate system or the Argand plane in every question. I'll directly write it as tan phi, where phi is the angle made with x-axis. Let me show you what I am trying to say. You can solve these questions in your mind also without pen and paper. If you have written this in a plus iota b form, after that there is nothing left in the question. See, if you see this complex number, then you can say tan phi is equal to 4 root 3 upon 4, or you can say minus 4 also, then you write this modulus here. So it will be tan phi will be equal to root 3, right? Because of this modulus, the sign will be plus. So phi is equal to pi by 3. Once you say that phi is equal to pi by 3, now you know that it is in third quadrant. So in third quadrant, I'll have argument of z, or the principal value of argument, as pi minus this phi, which is pi by 3. Hence it will be equal to 2 pi by 3. Now I know my argument, and what will be the modulus or magnitude of this? It will be square of this squared plus 4 root 3 squared and square root. This will give me r, or mod z. So it is 16 plus 16 into 3, 48. 48 plus 16 is 64. So square root of 64 is 8. So r that you have got is 8, and theta, that is your principal value of the argument, is 2 pi by 3. Can you now write the this is the magnitude, this is the argument. Now I wanted to write this in polar form, so I'll write 8 cos 2 pi by 3 plus iota sine 2 pi by 3. So this will be the polar form. In this question, I need to find modulus and arguments of each of the following complex numbers. So anyways, I am finding the modulus and arguments. I am just extending it to writing it in polar form. So it doesn't matter, right? So how do you find the modulus? Mod z will be equal to square root of real part squared plus imaginary part squared here. So it will be equal to 1 plus 3, that is 2, right? Because this is modulus of z, so I'll write only the positive value here. What is the argument? For argument, let me first of all find tan phi, which is equal to mod of imaginary part, that is minus root 3, real part minus 1, so it is root 3, hence it will give me phi equal to pi by 3. Now look at the quadrant. X coordinate is negative, y coordinate is negative, so we are talking about third quadrant here, and if this is in third quadrant, I write theta as minus pi plus phi, right? So my principal value of argument will be equal to minus pi plus pi by 3, that is minus 2 pi by 3. So now I have got argument, I have got the modulus, right? This is what I had to find out. If you are asked to write it in polar form, you can write the polar form as, so the polar form will be 2 into, that is r into cos 2 pi by 3, because cos of minus theta is cos theta itself, and then plus iota sine minus 2 pi by 3, and sine minus theta is minus sine theta, so I can write it as minus iota sine 2 pi by 3. So this is the polar form of this complex number. Let us see what do we have next. This is minus root 3 plus 1, so mod will be minus root 3 squared plus 1 squared. This is 3, this is 1, so 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 square root will be equal to 2. This is the modulus. What will be the argument? For argument, let me first of all find phi. What is phi? The angle made by this with the x-axis, right? And I am not considering the sines. What I am saying is, for example, this is minus root 3 1. The point representing this will be minus root 3 comma 1, right? So I am talking about second quadrant here. Let it be somewhere here, minus root 3 comma 1. Now it will make certain angle with x-axis. So let this be phi. I am talking about this phi here. So tan phi will be equal to 1 upon root 3. Even if you want to consider the sines, you can take mod here. So we are talking about tan phi equal to 1 by root 3. So phi is equal to pi by 6. Now it is pi by 6. Phi is pi by 6, this angle. But I need the angle made with positive direction of x-axis. That is this angle, which is pi minus phi. Right? In second quadrant, I am looking for angle pi minus phi. So my argument will be equal to pi minus pi by 6. That is 5 pi by 6. So this is the argument and this is the modulus. And polar form will be equal to 2 into cos 5 pi by 6 plus iota sine 5 pi by 6. I hope you are comfortable with the polar forms, modulus and arguments by now. So I'll do it very quickly in these questions. So from 3 to 8, I need to express these into polar form. For polar form, what is polar form? Polar form, let us say this is z, right? To write it in polar form, I require mod z here. Then I require, this is mod z, right? Then I write cos of argument of z plus iota sine of argument of z. This is how I write the polar form. Mod z I call it r, and argument of z, or the principal value of argument, I call theta. So r cos theta plus iota sine theta. This is the form that I require, where r is the modulus of this complex number and theta is the argument or principal value of the argument. Right? So let us write it in polar form. What is mod z or r? It is equal to real part squared, 1 squared, plus imaginary part squared and then square root. So it will be equal to 1 plus 1 square root, that is root 2, right? And to find theta, I first of all find phi. How do I find phi? I write tan phi is equal to mod of minus 1 upon 1, that is 1, right? So phi will be equal to 45 degrees, or in radians you can say pi by 4, right? So phi is pi by 4. Now we are talking about which quadrant here, because I need to find theta, and theta depends on the quadrant. Now this is x coordinate is positive, y coordinate is negative, so we are talking about this quadrant here, fourth quadrant. So theta will be equal to minus phi, that is minus pi by 4. Now I know r, I know theta, so the polar form will be root 2 cos minus pi by 4 is cos pi by 4, so let me write it as cos pi by 4. Sin minus pi by 4 is minus sin pi by 4, let me write minus here, then sin pi by 4. This is the polar form of this complex number 1 minus iota. Okay, now this is my complex number z. So what will be mod z? It will be equal to minus 1 squared plus 1 squared. It will give you root 2. And what is phi? Tan phi is equal to mod of the imaginary part divided by the real part. So it is equal to 1. Right? So phi is equal to pi by 4 in this case also. But now look at the quadrant. Which quadrant is this? X coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive, so we are looking at second quadrant here. So theta will be equal to pi minus phi, right, which is pi minus pi by 4, that is 3 pi by 4. So this will be my argument, this will be my modulus. So let me write the polar form as root 2 cos 3 pi by 4 plus iota sine 3 pi by 4. Another way of doing these questions is that you start with that r cos theta, r sin theta. You consider it to be r cos theta. You consider this to be r sin theta. Then you square and add them to obtain value of r as root 2. Right? We can simply do it like this because we know that r is equal to mod z is equal to what? Real part squared plus imaginary part squared and then square root. See, we directly know it because we have done it in theory lectures. Now when you have found r, then separately you need not find cos theta and sin theta. You can simply find tan phi, right? What is phi? Angle made with x-axis. For example, in this second quadrant I am talking about this angle, in first quadrant I am talking about this angle, in third quadrant this angle, in fourth quadrant this angle. Now this is phi, this is not argument, theta, this is not theta. So how do we obtain theta? In first quadrant I simply write theta equal to this angle phi. In second quadrant I write pi minus phi, theta is equal to pi minus phi. In third quadrant I write minus pi plus phi, right? In fourth quadrant I write minus phi. So this is something we have already covered. Now if we use that knowledge, we can find modulus and argument very fast. That is what I am doing here. Okay, so there is nothing that is not covered in theory lecture or that is not covered by your NCERT. NCERT has also given me these. NCERT book also follows this pattern also, right? Whereas their examples have been solved by taking r cos theta and r sin theta, but you can simply take this also because in the theory part they have given this. They have talked about principal value of argument, how to write it in polar form, right? So fifth part is minus 1 minus iota. If you notice, r in this case or mod z in this case will also be minus 1 squared plus minus 1 squared, so it will also be root 2. But now this is in which quadrant? Both negative, so third quadrant we are talking about. So in this case also we will get phi equal to pi by 4, but this is in third quadrant, so theta will be equal to minus pi plus pi by 4, that is minus 3 pi by 4. So argument is minus 3 pi by 4 and modulus is root 2. Polar form will be equal to root 2 cos of minus 3 pi by 4 is cos 3 pi by 4 and sine of minus 3 pi by 4 is minus sine 3 pi by 4 and iota. So this is the polar form here, right? So if you notice, we have covered 1 plus iota, 1 minus iota, minus 1 plus iota and minus 1 minus iota. And if you notice, all of these have got modulus equal to root 2. Just their arguments are different. But if you talk about reference angles, all of these have got phi equal to pi by 4. If it is in first quadrant, we write it as it is pi by 4. If it is in second quadrant, that is this, x coordinate negative, y coordinate positive. In this case we wrote pi minus pi by 4, that is 3 pi by 4. If it is in third quadrant, that is both coordinates negative, then we wrote it as minus pi plus pi by 4, right? Minus pi plus pi by 4, that is minus 3 pi by 4. And when it was in this quadrant, which is x positive, y negative, fourth quadrant, then we wrote it as minus pi by 4. These were the arguments, and the modulus was same in each case, which was root 2. Okay. Now the next is pretty simple. It is a purely real number, so you know it will lie somewhere here, right? And what is the argument for this? We take it as pi, right? We do not consider it as negative pi, because by convention we say theta is, now this is included and we exclude minus pi from it, right? So we will take my argument as pi, and what is the modulus? Modulus is directly given, which is 3 in this case, right? Modulus is the distance between origin and this point, right? This distance, which is 3 units, right? So if I want to write it in polar form, I'll write mod z cos argument, that is pi, plus iota sine of this argument pi. Okay, mod z is 3, so 3 cos pi plus iota sine pi. This will be the polar form for minus 3. And if you want to solve it in that way, that you write r cos theta first, right? What is r cos theta? R cos theta is minus 3 in this case. What is r sin theta? R sin theta is 0 in this case, because we do not have the imaginary part in this, right? But this is purely real. And then you can proceed to find r and theta, okay, in usual way. How? Because you square and add them, then you will get r squared on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you will have minus 3 squared, then square root, so you will get 3 here. So this is the modulus. And then you talk about argument. How do you talk about argument? If you see this, sin theta is 0. Where is sin theta 0? Either here or here. Sin theta will be 0 in both these places. But see, cos theta is, when you got r equal to 3, cos theta is equal to minus 3 by 3, that is minus 1. So we will be taking this. Here it is minus 1, right? So sin theta is 0, cos theta is minus 1. So what will be theta? Theta will be obviously pi, right? That is this angle. So this is how also, this is how you can proceed. This is another way you can proceed, okay? I am doing these questions just to make your understanding better. Otherwise, what you can do is you can look at the examples of your NCERT and go by that method. It is just to make you understand what are the concepts that are being used. So this mod z will be, if this is z, mod z will be root 3 squared plus 1 squared square root. 3 plus 1, 4, square root will give me 2. So mod z is 2. And what is phi? Tan phi is equal to 1 upon root 3. So phi is equal to pi by 6. And which quadrant are we talking about? This is the first quadrant. So my argument of z, or theta that we call, will be exactly equal to phi, that is pi by 6, right? So my polar form will be, polar form in this case will be 2 into cos pi by 6 plus iota sine pi by 6. This is the polar form. Now iota, it is purely imaginary number, right? Iota you can consider as 1 into iota also, or 0 plus 1 into iota, right? So what will be the coordinates corresponding to this complex number? 0, 1. So it will be somewhere here, right? Let this be iota, or let us not write it as iota, let us write it as 0, 1, right, in the form of these ordered pair. So we know that here the argument will be pi by 2, and we know that this is 1 unit away from it, or in other words, what will be mod z? It will be equal to 0 squared plus 1 squared square root, that is 1. And by just looking at this, we also know that it is 1, mod is 1, and argument is pi by 2. So iota can be written as 1 into cos pi by 2 plus iota sine pi by 2. So 1 can be ignored here. Cos pi by 2 plus iota sine pi by 2 is nothing but iota. And we know about it. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So it is nothing but iota. This is the polar form in which I can write iota. I hope you got the point. In this question also, you could have found it by that way, the usual way. R cos theta, R sin theta. I leave this part to you, right? This is a matter of research for you. You need to find out the rest of the things that you need to find out. I have told you all the concepts in great details. I hope you are equipped enough to solve these problems now.